Hey, what's going on, Devour here with your next build video. Today we're taking a look at another Warlock build that completely dominated Void 3.0 a few seasons back, so I wanted to go over it again with a fresh build that works up to date for the current season and beyond. So if you're someone that doesn't like Solar, Stasis or Arc on a Warlock, then this build should have a place for your Warlock, because guys, I promise you, this build will not let your Warlock down. But on the rare occasion that you don't like this one, then you are more than welcome to check out the playlist below for all the new and updated best builds currently for Season of Plunder. So guys, be sure to leave a rating, subscribe and share for more, and now let's get right into the build. So this build today is your newly updated Warlock Void ability build, and what you'll be getting out of this one is infinite and unlimited grenades so that you can spam them often. You'll have a ton of damage resistance while getting increased weapon DPS at the same time, and overall you're going to add clear really fast while outputting a lot of damage with your grenade ability to champions and bosses. And there are a few different ways you can use this build with a few different things, but we'll get to that in just a moment. So the way you'll use this build is first charge your grenade to either kill a bunch of adds with it or damage a boss. If used on adds, this will activate Devour while spawning a Void Elemental Well. Then you can use your class ability to then get another kill to spawn another Void Well. Picking up those Void Wells will give you ability energy, but a lot more energy to your class ability. You'll also get damage resist as well as a damage buff. And then from here you'll run around chaining between your abilities while getting consistent Void Weapon kills. And on each kill you'll instantly get max health while also getting grenade energy due to Devour. The only time you'll ever have an issue with this build is if you miss with your grenade, because then you'll have to wait for it to recharge or use another ability to get Devour, to then get kills, to then hit the grenade back quicker. But as long as you're damaging enemies with that grenade, you should really never have any problems at all. So as this is an updated Void build from a few seasons back, I will go through the setup a little quicker than usual, but there will be a dim link down below as well if you want to use that instead. So starting with the subclass, we're going to be using the Voidwalker Nova-Bomb or the Slowva-Bomb. Then the abilities we'll have are the Healing Rift and then a Vortex Grenade. Aspects are Chaos Accelerant, so our Vortex Grenade can be bigger while also lasting longer. And then Feed the Void to get Devour, which will give us health and grenade energy on kills. For the fragments we have Echo of Expulsion, so ability final blows cause targets to explode. Echoes of Remnant, so our Vortex Grenade lasts even longer. And Echo of Persistence, so Devour can last longer. Although if you're going to use your grenade more on champs and bosses, then I'd probably switch this one out to an Echo of Undermining, so you can weaken enemies with that debuff instead, but you will lose the 20 discipline by using this though. For the weapons, I'd go with Void ones, as we are going to be buffing the DPS of those weapons that match our subclass, so it does make sense. Then the exotic we have is the Contraverse Hold. Absolutely love this exotic. What this does is let you resist incoming damage while charging Void Grenades, and the charged Void Grenades return grenade energy on hit. You can get away without using these, but for me I prefer to use them as it almost guarantees you that grenade back right after using it. But you will get a lot of people using other exotics like the Nezarec Sin to get ability regen on Void kills, but personally I prefer the holds. It's all down to preference and what you prefer to use, but both are just going to be as good in my opinion. As for the mods, starting with the helmet and going down, we have Well of Tenacity to reduce the damage we take from enemies when picking up those Void Wells, along with the Harmonic Siphon to generate orbs, and our heavy weapons ammo finder mod. In the arms we have Elemental Ordnance to spawn Void Wells on grenade kills. Again, if using the grenades on bosses and champs more than the adds where you might not always get the final blow, then you could swap this one out to something like an Elemental Armaments or something. Otherwise we're going to be using a grenade kickstart with our champion mod that we need as well. In the chest we have Font of Might to increase the damage we do with our Void weapons when picking up those Void Wells, along with our damage resist mod. And then in the legs we have Reaping Wellmaker as another source of spawning those wells in by using our class ability. We'll also have an installation mod to reduce our class ability cooldown when picking up orbs, and then our scavenger mod as well. But lastly, in the class armor we have our Well of Utility to get extra energy for our rift, as we will be using it a lot in endgame PvE, and then a Sundering Glare to weaken enemies for this season only. Just don't use this alongside a weakened grenade because they don't stack, as both are global debuffs. I think they did used to stack back in the day with Divinity, but that's no longer the case. But if you are using this build when you don't have good choices of artifact mods, then you could use a distribution mod in its place for the reduced cooldown of your abilities. But the very last thing you want to make sure you have is 100 resilience for the extra survivability and 100 discipline for the faster grenade cooldown. People might say to you, what's the point of using that when you've got Devour and Contra? The point is, if you miss with your grenade and you have no Devour or other abilities, you will have to wait the full time to get your grenade back, and not just that, it's much better to have 100 discipline in general, so you generally get the grenade back a few seconds quicker anyway. Now overall I do like this build a lot, especially when you don't have many artifact mods that benefit the Void subclass, because this build will pretty much do all the work for you, as all you have to do is charge and throw grenades. It's That simple. But if you don't like this one, then remember you can check out the full playlist down below because you might just find your new best build. But guys, give this one a try and let me know what you think of it down below, and I'll catch you all later this week for the next build video. Peace out.